Tonight's picture may show a pretty balmy harbour city. I've got some news for you though. El Nino has been at work and it has thrown a cat amongst the pigeons because it's been raining heavily here in Sydney for at least the past hour, but it hasn't stopped the crowds. Another monster crowd here at the SCG. Despite the rain, despite the threat of thunder and lightning, they are pouring in for what has turned out to be another knockout final. 5 teams left in just a couple of hours, though. There'll only be 4 to fight it out for the 1998 flag. Yes, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the SCG. As I said, another knockout final. This time it's the Sydney Swans. They love close ones up here, especially finals, and the Adelaide Crows. But the conditions have not been at all kind. In the Adelaide rooms, well, it's going to be interesting. They brought up 22 players, and they've got a number of talls in this side. Is that going to have a disastrous effect on the side in these conditions? Time will tell on that. Sydney Swans, on the other hand, also preparing themselves for another knockout final. Tony Lockett kicked only 1 last week against Wakeland, who was superb there. You can see Tony. Troy Cook coming into this lineup too, and he will be determined to put on a marvellous effort tonight. Joining me once again, one of the legends of the game, and Leigh Matthews. Disappointing, Leigh, about the conditions. We can do nothing about that, but it's certainly going to play a part.
Absolutely. I was just doing some calculation to how many marking players are in either side, and I reckon the Crows have probably got 6, maybe 7 players that really won't be able to mark the ball if it's really wet and damp. I think the Swans maybe have only got 3 or 4, so I think these conditions are probably going to suit the home side a little more.
In other words, you're saying it's been a great evener-upper.
Well, I think for Swans, I mean, I must admit I tipped Crows going into the game, but I think in these conditions I certainly would change my tip to the Swans. I think their side is more suited to a wet weather slog, which looks like what we are going to have this evening.
Yes, there you can see expecting an overnight low of 15, so it's certainly not cold, but the rain looks as though it has set in. Plugger booted only 1 last week. As I said, Wakeland did an excellent job on him. He finished up going down the ground. Yeah. He's got an interesting record, though, hasn't he, as a Saint and as a Swan against Adelaide.
It's just quite amazing, isn't it, how he's averaging in the St Kilda Guernsey against the Crows 5.4 per game, as we see there, but in the Swans Guernsey only 2.8. I'm not exactly sure the reason for that, but maybe it's just as Plugger's got a little bit older, as he has with the Swans, has not had as many big days, and maybe had a few downers against the Crows.
Well, the word is that Mr. Pittman is going to get the job on him, coming back into the Crows lineup. They've got 3 premiership players coming back into this Crows side tonight. So we're just about set to go. Don't worry about the forecast. Rain, thunder and lightning. Just buckle up, enjoy it in the lounge room. We're going to be in for a hot night here at the SCG.